That was a nice little stay, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. We weathered a storm. First Mistral that we've experienced, which was, pretty scary actually. Even though we were in harbour, the boat was really getting flung around a lot. So thank goodness we were here, not out there. By the end of September, it's considered to be the end of the season, but you still get some very good weather. However, this is the time of season where you start to get the fairly scary winds, the Mistrals, the Tramontana, which can be fairly difficult, shall we say? Difficult, yeah, sporting.
What is the wind gusting, honey?
It's 34 knots. Which isn't ideal for having guests on board.
Yeah, poor Nikki, she copped it.
She copped it so badly.
So we're on our way to Bonifacio, just left Sardinia, and the conditions are less than ideal. 30 knot winds, the weather is a lot worse than actually it was predicted. So we've got our jack stays on here, our life jackets, all feeling a little bit, under the weather, I guess. Having fun! JP and Nikki are saturated because of the waves over the bow.
All glamour on the boat.
There it is. That was a pretty rough crossing. I think Nikki was pretty green. You weren't in any mood whatsoever, and you weren't. But the destination was so worth it. Bonifacio.
So you sail in here, and it's a huge pencil-thin fjord with an entrance like a needle. But once you're in there, you're safe from all the terrible weather that's out there. And at the end of it is the marina, which is just a heaven.
The cliffs are absolutely spectacular, carved no doubt by the weather, because that wind, it was pretty ferocious, wasn't it?
Yeah. Swell out there is absolutely petrified now. It was really ferocious.
You couldn't even speak.
Couldn't speak. The words were getting sucked out my mouth because the wind was so fierce.
Well, it just gave us a good excuse to go and wet our whistles with a beer.
As if we ever needed an excuse. The most expensive beer ever. It's not a Carlsberg, it's a Pietra. Gold dust must be in this because it is, how much was it?
12 euros each.
12 euros each, so we're talking about a tenner for a pint of beer. That was up to here, by the way, it wasn't a full pint. This beer was pretty expensive.
Yeah, you weren't happy. I think you licked the table.
Hang on, there's a bit on the table.
It is pretty pricey, Bonifacio, but it is so well worth it because there is just so much to see. You've got the staircase of King Aragon, which is this amazing staircase that's carved into the side of the cliffs.
There goes brave Nikki, conquering her fear of heights.
The fable that has grown wings was that it was dug out overnight by the invading troops from Sardinia. But the wives of the soldiers who were living in Bonifacio, they spotted them, and the attack was foiled.
Go girls!
I hope I'm not being disrespectful in talking on the camera when I'm in a cemetery, but this is quite an extraordinary place. It's almost like a little village for the dearly departed.
It really did feel like we'd died and gone to heaven, I think, Bonifacio.
Yeah, well, I mean, for these people, they certainly have died. Bonifacio has been the best place we've been. It's just, you can't actually put into words how beautiful it is. Every time you turn around, there's an even more beautiful sight, whether it's the old town or whether it's the cliffs or the view that you have of Sardinia. Phenomenally pretty place. Bonifacio is known to be one of the few safe haven ports on the southern coast of Corsica, and as a result of that, you do see some pretty horrific boats coming in under a huge amount of destruction to the sails and the rigging, and their self-confidence.
What makes it worse is the fact that all these berths are on the main promenade. It's not private at all.
Yeah.
So as you're coming in, you have an audience, guaranteed audience. And
5.9, 5.9.
Yes.
2 from the Russian Federation.
Yeah, this guy needs a new sail. This is a pretty popular place actually, Timor, and you do see quite a few charter boats. We woke up one morning, didn't we, with one jackknifed across the front of the bow. That was not pleasant.
Well, you woke up.
Yeah, you were still in bed. You're like, Cal, you can sort this out.
Yeah, only to go up on deck and see this boat that had basically attached itself to 3 of us on the other side of it, with the German skipper going, "Nothing to see here." What's going on here, darling?
There's a boat stuck on us. He's kind of jackknifing a couple of boats. We were in bed asleep and we had a bit of crashing and banging going on, and this is what's happening really. It's not ideal.
Got a bit of an audience as well.
What are you eating?
Bread.
Oh, could you please get some coffee? I need some coffee.
Of course, the rest of the crew were having an absolute blue. Seven of them were going, oh my God, we've got to help out here. Yeah. And they're running around the deck whilst the skipper was going, oh God, is everybody watching me?
Yeah, everybody was watching.
And everybody was watching him. Who's the skipper?
I don't know.
Is anyone taking responsibility?
I'm trying to get a long rope and then put it over there. And then you pull off, because you can't really use the propeller because it'll chew up the bow lines.
All right, he's attached to our bow line, is he?
No. But if you use the propeller, you might end up attached to the bow line.
Even that dog's embarrassed. The rudder is just about to go over our centre. Oh, he's already collected next doors.
Yeah, I put on the rudder now. The ropes.
In the pantheon of things that can go wrong, this is definitely up there. And he's collected 2 bow lines.
Our alarm clock. Oh, it was classic. And did you see the Kelly knot he put in those 2 ropes? These guys had to redo it and put a proper reef in.
What kind of knot is he putting in? A Kelly knot?
It was a Kelly knot he put in originally, and they had to redo it.
Well, that's never going to come undone.
It's never going to come undone.
I think they've, just by looking over here, it looks as if one of their crewmates is going to be left behind. I think that's the sacrifice they're going to have to make. Sorry, Fritz, we'll meet you in Sardinia.
No, they're going out.
Textbook stuff, fellas.
Stop it. Right, coffee?
Oh, dear.
You should talk. You fell in the water last night. You missed the gap between the deck and the boat.
Oh, I went for a swim.
You bloody did go for a swim with your wallet and your iPhone and the bottle of wine that you fed to the fish.
Oh, that's the thing. I've got to find that. Along with my flip-flops.
Nothing to see here. Got rescued by the guys next door. It's like dry lifting you out.
Darling, I wasn't rescued.
You were. We had to rescue. You were in there, flailing about, flapping about.
I wasn't rescued. I knew exactly what I was doing.
You were in here. Thank you for rescuing my husband last night.
Every night. Still alive. Thanks to you. Yeah, that was the morning that we got a visit from the Corsican Feds. So we have the Corsican cops here.
I've got a folder full of shit here, thank you.
Kelly, being Australian, is almost certainly going to be dragged off in chains. What about that loaf of bread that you nicked?
We would have actually stayed in Bonifacio, I think, even longer, but it was time to get the boat ready to winterise, so off we went to Sardinia. Sounds very simple, you know, winterise the boat, whatever. It's like putting a 2-year-old to bed. In fact, I think it's harder than putting a 2-year-old to bed.
Yes, I would say so. So if you remember when we got the boat, we had a whole bunch of sticky notes of things that we needed to do when we bought the boat before we could sail it away. The reverse happens when you winterise the boat. Here we are, this list here. Welcome to Geek Corner. Got to replace the condensating pump. And these wires go in here somewhere.
Your tag needs to go in as well.
Really? I could have 640 million volts going through me and you're worried about my tag? That might be the only thing that's left of me.
Did you turn off the shore power?
No, I think we'll be all right.
I don't think so.
No, we'll be.
That will guarantee a new hairstyle for you. We had such a long list of things to do.
One of the things we have to do is pickle the water maker. So we put this thing in here, it's full of crystals, full of kind of disinfectant crystals, and doesn't appear to be working. Shock. So we're waiting for a call back from the engineer to let us know what to do next.
Service the generator, service the outboard. Gonna lock away this little baby. It's like Fort Knox down here. So I'm just going to whack in our padlock.
On the oh, cocking.
Also down here I've got to call on my electrician skills and disconnect the solar panels. Toby said there was just one red cable, but I'm seeing 4 red cables, so I'm just going to undo all of them.
No. We have disconnected the solar panels and we've locked up the outboard. 2 down, about 20 odd to go. Having fixed the air conditioning unit, we've now got a puddle at the bottom of the tank. It's not for my handiwork, I hasten to add, because I was quite magnificent doing it. Again, a call and a conversation with the engineer.
It takes the water to see if it's salty. Just put your finger in it and then lick your finger and see if it's salty or fresh. And that'll tell you whether it's fresh water or condensation or salt water. As long as it's fresh water.
I think my finger was already salty, that's the issue, hang on.
Yeah, it'll never taste purely fresh.
I think it's... shit, I don't know.
Okay, it's fresh water with a hint of shit in it, basically. Salt water is... Okay, it's
yummy!
Water, you know, yeah.
How's that going here? It's not going
Well, well, don't do that.
Let's see what other jobs we're going to do, Dal. There's plenty of them.
You've got to basically undress it for 6 months. The final jobs to do is to take the all the covers off. Ordinarily, in a fairly temperate climate, you would leave them on, but because we're here and because of the Mistral winds, we don't want to get back to the boat and just have tatters. Alright, that's it.
Gosh, it feels so bad without all the women and everything on, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's a completely different boat.
Yeah, she's not got her pyjamas on today.
Take the sails down. I think we're still taking the sails down as the taxi came up to take us to the airport.
Yes, I think I was sitting in the back of the taxi saying, I don't care, I'm leaving.
You know what? That's exactly what happened. I was having a bit of an emotional moment and Jonathan's like, taxi! Gally, get in the car! Now! Or no, as you say in your Scottish accent. So we're saying goodbye to Boomerang for the season. Feeling a little bit emotional about that actually. Having to leave our girl here for 6 months. Hopefully she's all in one piece by the time we get back in May. How are you feeling about it, Dale?
Ecstatic.
Of course you are, Taxi. First season over, we get to come back and do it all over again next season.
Yeah.
Woo! Take it.